All right, I'm just gonna go for it now. This is gonna be sort of a weekly vlog, if you want to call it that, just to be, uh, you know, just to have that word thrown out there because that's a fun word that was from 2012 that I like to use. Anyway, I just want to kind of go over some of the things that are happening in the business, and yeah, hopefully some of the stuff that goes on here will help someone else. So a few wins from last week. It's Tuesday right now. I'm gonna try to do this every Monday or Friday, go over some of the wins I've had, some of the lessons I've learned, and as I scale my business, as I scale my production company, doing video work and things like that, and launching a program at the same time where I'm teaching people how to do some of the things I do for their organization, so they can get better at creating video, because video is the bee's knees, as they say it. So some wins from last week. So I did a little research last week, researching nonprofits. I'm highly interested in serving that demographic. Demographic? Is it a demographic? I'm highly I'm interested in serving that particular industry, and I had a few interesting conversations with people. Some good feedback, some questionable feedback. It seems like a lot of people have very nimble communications and marketing teams. They want to get better at video, but they don't seem to have the time to. So I'm trying to figure out ways to help those folks do that. So that was good. It was definitely a research phase. I would say, as a pointer, if you're ever going to launch something new or do something different, definitely do your research first before jumping into it, because you don't know if you're barking up the wrong tree. You don't know if what you're making or creating or whatever you think is a good idea it might not be a good idea to the market. And I'm starting to discover that for myself, much to my chagrin, if that's the right word. And I'm kind of getting bummed out about it, to be honest with you. We're living in this world of just content for content's sake. While it's not necessarily always a bad thing, there's great content out there, but for people like me who have a more of a storytelling background and a filmmaking background and a brand awareness background, making really cool stuff, right? Higher end stuff that seems to be on, while it will always be there, from a general purpose standpoint, it's not where it was. People want to see shorter videos. People's attention spans are a lot smaller. I wouldn't even say their attention spans are a lot smaller, but how they view the world, how they see things, how they consume is a lot different than it used to be, even like 3 or 4 years ago. So we have influencer marketing, content creators, which is just another word. It's a more modernized word for filmmakers. So yeah, it's a lot for me to think about, a lot for me to process, because I realize that these organizations and these nonprofits, they want to create their own content, but they want to do the stuff that everyone else that you see on Instagram with Reels and TikTok and things like that. And I have to balance with myself to see if that's something I want to be a part of or not. So anyway, that's some stuff for me to think about. And like I said, it's a bit of a bummer because I want to create stories. I want to create awesome video. I want to do awesome motion design. Like I said, there's still a place for that. But our business is moving in that direction. I don't know. Something to think about. Something to think about. Anyway, so I got, now as far as the program goes, I got a couple of nibbles last week from some potential clients. I'm waiting to hear back on that, which is awesome. Be great if I can enroll a couple more people. I plan on launching the next iteration in a month, or in March, which is actually only a week away. Oops. So maybe I'll start in a couple more weeks, push it back a couple weeks to get things going. So anyway, I got greenlit for 2 commercials here in local commercials. Well, they're gonna be local-ish, and we're gonna shoot them locally and push them multi-regionally in the area for a company called Colors on Parade. I believe that's what it's called. Sorry, it's not in front of my face right now, but it's basically it's a company that comes and fixes your dents. I'm pretty psyched about that. I'm going to do some pre-production on that here in a little bit. Still got my steady agency client work going on, with doing some political spots, things like that, which is great. Keeps things floated up. Um, let's see. Oh, personal life. We remodeled our bathroom, which is awesome. Love that. Love that. Got to do that this week. So it was kind of a very whirlwind week for work and for personal life. And yeah, overall it was a great week for lead generation. I got contact several people. I'm always reaching out. One thing I've come to learn that the more you put yourself out there, the more things come back to you. So I'm trying to instill that in myself every week so that things can come back and I can get more work and keep making the ship go, get new clients, help new people, solve new problems, do the things I love to do for people that I like doing it with. So anyway, some lessons I learned, like I mentioned earlier, research is key. Keep doing your research. Always good to do. Also, another one is relationships over sales. So this means like for a while there, when I first started launching my program, I was all about just trying to make a sale. Like, what can I do to get a sale? What can I do? What can I do? I'm getting bummed out because nobody wants to buy it, yada, yada, yada. And then, I had an epiphany. A friend of mine and someone who I'm working with right now told me, he's like, Cameron, you got to get on the phone and start talking to these people, start getting relationships, start doing the research. I was like, all right. And I understand it, but man, having those relationships is going to be a good thing. Like, I'm talking to people right now, haven't made a sale yet. And honestly, I'm going into it not even thinking about the sale. I'm thinking about just how can I help these people out right now where they're at, and then just have that conversation. Now I have their information. I can reach out to them in a week or two, talk to them again in some capacity, and just go from there. It'll be a long sales cycle if it ever happens at all, but I'm not in it for that. I'm in it just for the relationship, just to get my name out there, to make things happen. So I'm going to keep seeking relationships over sales, and just know that God has me in the meantime. Yeah. Also struggled a little bit with time management last week, especially with building the bathroom. So that was that. If I were to mentor someone dealing with the same things that I'm dealing with right now, what would I tell them? I would tell them to get focused, stick to the plan, keep pushing forward, keep having conversations with new people and reaching out to folks you've talked to. So yeah, I would definitely just keep talking to people. That's what the whole theme last week was all about, reaching out people and talking to people. And I'm going to keep doing that, and hopefully this week will be good. So I'm super psyched this week about kicking off those commercials. I get to step into pre-production this week, where I'm just going to start really just honing in on the messaging, and then move into the design phase of designing the script, doing some storyboards, scheduling out people, all that jazz. So I'm looking forward to that. So if you have any questions, you found this at all helpful, I would love to hear comments below. Can I hear your comments? I'd love to see your comments below. If you want more videos like this, where I'm just talking about my week and my growth, that'd be fantastic. So thank you for tuning in.